Hey y'all, come on in. Happy Thursday, everybody. Y'all be sure to hit the like button on your way in. Y'all come on in, hit the like button. Happy Thursday, everybody. Hey, 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 come on in. Y'all come on in. Hey, everybody. Hey, MBG. MBG says, hey, hey. I know I'm going to mess this up. I'm gonna say 777. She says, hello, hello. How you doing, Queen? I am great, Queen. How are you? Hey, Queen T. She says, hey. Hey, Lolita. She says, hello. Hey, B. Mariposa 1. Happy Thursday. Hey, Clarice. Clarice says, hello. Hey, Simply Tweety. She says, hey, Carl. Athena. She says, I caught a live. Welcome. Real Mother T, what was the name of the education? I can't remember. I'll have to find it, Queen, because that's been so long ago. April says hello. Hey, 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 April. Hey, you ready? She says hello. Oh, you on Prolific, Queen? All right. She says, I'm on Prolific getting the money. Hey, nothing wrong with that, Queen. Congrats on getting to the bag, honey. And if anybody else wants to be like MGB, Prolific is number 15. Easy non-phone egg. Everybody needs to get this one in the basket. Get on the wait list. It's a good egg to have. Number 15, everybody. Hey, Live, Love, and Laugh. She says, hey, Carl. Amore. She says, hello, I am new here. Welcome. She says, I really need a job, girl, because these jobs are not hiring me. Question, Queen, are you sending the same resume for every job that you apply for? Leo Loveland says, make sure to thumbs up the live stream. Two Chicks fam. 777, she says, new job for newbies. You got 81? Okay. MBG says she has $81 currently on Prolific. So I did put the link in the chat for Prolific. Simply Tweety says, I had to create a new YouTube because y'all couldn't see my comments. I had a question about call center QA. Okay, Queen. You ready says, just apply for chat moderators trying to get the money too. All right. Well, congrats. Congrats to you. Hey, Love Lace. She says, hi there. Amore says, these jobs are doing me dirty, girl. So, Amore, are you sending the same resume, Queen, to every job that you are applying to? Let me know in the chat. Shalonda, hey, hey, hey. She says, good evening, everyone. Can you please share the mystery shopping website? I can. There are a lot of them, Queen. So, I don't know if you are looking for one in particular, but there are quite a few. So I do have some on a link, a list of them. So I'm going to drop it here in the chat. Hey, Queen Stephanie. She says, hey, Carolyn. Hey to everyone. You ready? Says, I am new as well. Okay. Amore says, no, ma'am. I have different resumes. Okay. So Amore Tan has several resume live streams on here. You might want to take a look. Let me see if I can put one here in the chat for you. Her most recent one. She does have quite a few on here. I would say take this live stream. Where she is kind of giving a breakdown on how to structure your resume. Hey, Queen Tammy. She says, good evening, everyone. Hey, Earl. He says, peace, fam. Y'all pray for me. I got a Five Guys shop on Sunday. You're so funny, Earl. He said, this time it includes a milkshake. Congratulations, Earl, on the Five Guys shop. Too funny, King. So Earl is doing a mystery shop with the company Market Force. If anybody is interested in this one, I'm going to get the link and put it here in the chat. More says, but I think it's my age and my education because I have more education than work history. So are you putting the degrees, if you have any, on the resume? Especially if it's like an entry level, you may want to try to take the degrees off, Queen. Simply Tweety, they will send you the test call. Yeah, they will send that to you. Tammy says, ha, ha, ha. So I put the link in the chat, Shalonda. Amore, she says, no, ma'am, I'm sending different resumes to match the skills of the specific job. What type of job, Amore, are you looking for? You welcome, Queen Shalonda. T laughing at you, Earl. It was funny. Amore says, I'm getting kicked due to my age, education. Okay. Priscilla, hey, Queen. She says, good evening, everyone. It's been a minute. Thank you. You ready for the super sticker? Appreciate the love. Thank you so much. Hey, Nadia. She says, hello, everyone. Hey, Simone. She says, hello, everybody. Hey, Queen Nikki. Nikki says, hello, Carolyn, everyone. Washington State. That state is one of those hard to find remote job states, Queen. But we do our best to find remote jobs for Washington. Washington, New York, California, New Jersey, Ohio, Oregon, Illinois. Those are what we call those hard to find remote job states. Sometimes we can find them, but sometimes it is hard. What type of job are you looking for? And I would say maybe look at the temp agencies near you. And also look at these temp agencies here. I know Robert Half is like the top, I would say, work from home temp agency. They do post a lot of remote jobs on their site. Adecco is another one. Manpower is one. Randstad is one. Ashton Carter is another one. And also maybe look at the hospitals, Queen. Look at the hospitals near you as well. Hey, Toya. She says, happy Thursday, Two Chicks fam. Amore says, I've been taking out the graduate degrees, but not the undergrad. It depends, Queen, on what type of job you're applying for. So if it doesn't warrant a degree, I wouldn't put the degree on the resume. But if it asks for a degree, yes. But if not, take it off. So you want healthcare? There are a lot of companies I can't think of all of them, Queen, but I'll put some here that I know that hire in healthcare. United Healthcare, I think that's one of the biggest companies that have a lot of remote jobs. CVS, they also have a lot of remote jobs. Walgreens, sometimes they'll have customer service, pharmacy technician. Humana is another good one. Healthmark Group is one. CareNet Health and American Specialty Health. Now, these are just some ones that I can think of off the top of my head, but you will have to go and Google them to see what they have available. And also do the healthcare companies near you as well. Tweety says, I did the application when y'all first made the video, but I haven't received the test call instructions. It's been around 2 months. How long does it take for them to get back to you? Should I reapply? I would just email them simply, Tweety. I don't really know how long it takes for them to respond. That I don't know. Earl said, no love for Washington State. Nicole says, hello from Oklahoma. Oklahoma in the building. Hey, Nicole. Welcome, Queen. You welcome, Nadia. Tonka Girl says, looking for remote jobs in Minnesota. Minnesota is not a hard to find remote job state, Queen. We don't really look in the other states. We only really look in because the other states we find and post jobs for the other states all the time. So Minnesota is not a hard to find remote job state. And then you don't have to live and work in the same state that the companies are located in unless they specifically say you must live in Texas, Florida, Georgia. But if you come across a job, Tonka Girl, and it just says remote US or virtual US or work from home US, 9 times out of 10, they probably are open to all states. Leah Love and Laugh says, we have 25 likes, but we have 52 watching. Y'all be sure to hit the like button. We gave away a laptop the week before last, and we gave away a headset last week. So you just never know when we're going to pop on here and give something away. So if you want to participate, like the video, go and share the video. Thank you, Tammy. And leave me a comment here in the comments. Okay, Amor says I applied for 6. Try some of the other ones, Queen. Try American Specialty, Healthmark Group, United Healthcare, Humana. There are so many remote job companies that have healthcare. Hey, Choctaw. Choctaw says, peace, all peace. Sim says, I called email, no response both times, but I can try again. If not, Queen, just reapply. Different email. Stephanie says, simply Tweety, if you haven't done so yet, check your spam for call center QA. Tonka Girl says, what scares me is who can you trust? There's so many remote postings out there, but are the companies legit? You can always call, Queen. I tell people to call. If you just don't believe something, if it's here, post it on our channel. If it's someplace else, call them. Everybody has a phone number. Everybody should have an address if it's a legit company, right? Call and ask. Do you guys have this position posted on the website? I saw it, but I'm just calling to be sure before I give out my personal information. You can go and research these companies. Not hard at all. But I would say call them if you're unsure about anything. Hey, Alex. Alex says, hey, Kurt, happy Thursday. He said, what's good? 2 chicks with a side hustle gang. Hey, Autism Mommy. Autism Mommy said, y'all show some love by liking and sharing this video. What's going on, Queen? And you're right, Tonka girl. There are a lot of people out here posting remote jobs, but you have to do your own due diligence, queen, before you hand over any personal information. I say all the time, do not give anybody your personal information if you don't know who they are, what they're about. So that is why we encourage everybody that comes on these streams to do their own research. 1 to 2 minutes, everybody can save your life. We have people to reach out to us all the time that have given out their personal information and they did not do the research first. If it sounds too good to be true, if you come across the data entry and it's paying $100 an hour, you know that's a lie. I've never seen any data entry company paying that much an hour. If you come across one that's paying $60 an hour, 9 times out of 10, it's probably a lie. But you can always go and verify. You can always go find the company online and call them on the phone. Hey, I saw a data entry job posted. Not sure if it's legit or not. I would like to apply. Can you give me more information about this job? And they will most definitely let you know, because a real company does not want to be associated with a scammer. So we have to be very careful when it comes to these job postings. Hey, Nicole. She says, hey, family. How are you, Queen? Anybody here have any good news to share tonight on the live stream with the family? Y'all be sure to drop it here in the comment section. I know we did not come on here yesterday, so I know some of y'all are so eager to tell me what you did over the weekend, how much money you earned over the weekend, if you started a side hustle over the weekend. Maybe you have an interview coming up this week or next week. Make sure you guys drop it here in the chat so that we can celebrate you. And if you are new to working from home, I do have a list of beginner friendly companies, and I'm going to drop it here in the chat. So if you are new to working from home, check out the beginner friendly list. Lovelace, he is talking about Five Guys, the restaurant. It's a mystery shop with the company Market Force. If you're interested in doing mystery shop for fast food restaurants, take a look at Market Force, Queen. And I just dropped the link in the chat. So that's what Earl is talking about. Earl does a lot of mystery shops with this company. And he said this time he gonna get the milkshake. He's getting the milkshake. Hey, Kizzy. She says, hi, Carol and Chad liked and shared. I had a meeting and signed my paperwork for VeraFast. All right, girl. Congratulations, Queen. She says, y'all keep applying. So if you guys are interested in VeraFast right now, they have the political survey campaign, and they are the first company on the list. And if you don't see it on here, just go to their website. Simply Tweety says, besides gig spot and call center QA, what are some other telephone mystery shops? I've heard people say Bestmark, Queen. I heard Bestmark may have a few telephone mystery shops, and I have them somewhere. Let me find them. So look at this list, Queen. They are the first company on the link. Bestmark. Dee, hey. She says, happy Thursday to Chicks and Fam. She says, I like to share. Thank you, Queen. Tonka Girl says, I never worked for a company that I haven't physically walked into a building for. So the idea of going remote is very nerve-wracking to me. And I do understand that, Tonka Girl. What are some things that, let me see, how can I word this? What are some things that you're worried about? Are you thinking that work from home isn't real? I know I get this a lot. A lot of people think it's a scam. A lot of people will say you guys don't actually make money from home. So what are some things that you are like concerned about? Toya says, I completed my first web shop. All right, Toya, with Market Force. Okay. I didn't know they had web shops, Queen. Well, congratulations. Hey, Carmen. She says, good evening, two chicks. Toya says, the people from Market Force called me twice today, wanting me to do it. A Five Guys shop. That's too funny, Queen. That is too funny. Nicole, hey, Angela. She says, hey, Kurt, happy Thursday. Okay, so Nikki says Tan did a live with the political survey jobs about 2 weeks ago. She says, I applied for GMRS. I had my interview yesterday and I got hired. All right, Queen. Congratulations. So let's see if that one is still open. And I do remember the video that Tan did. Political surveys, everybody, easiest job in the world as far as remote is concerned. Because a lot of these companies, you're just basically reading the script. You don't have to do an assessment. Some of them you might have to do an interview, but some of them you don't have to do an interview. Just send your resume or just fill out the application and you can be hired straight away. Like 2-3 days, they may email you back. So I have done this several times with several different companies, but it's all the same. It's the same thing. So they will put a script on the screen. You read it. If the person wants to take the survey, fine. If not, hey, you just go on to the next caller. So I'm going to drop a list of them here. If anybody wants to take a look, I know we have some new people on here. You guys may be interested in this, what I call quick money. Because, of course, right now there are a lot of elections taking place all over the world. So it is some good money on the table right now. Alaya, hey. She says, hey, fam. You ready? Says, is The Source a good mystery shop company? Yep. We've had several people to make good money from The Source. Lori says, well, I need to get applying again. Okay, Lori. Kizzy said, The Source will try to lowball you, FYI. Savannah said, been working from home part-time 2004, went to full-time 2007. Never looked back at a brick and mortar again. I feel that. Nikki says, all you have to do is read for the interview. Go apply. See? Don't leave this easy money on the table, everybody. If you are on this live and you are looking for a job, Queen Nikki just was hired with this company, number 5 on the list, GMRS. So look at number 5. She says, all you have to do is read the script. You're reading for the interview. That's the interview. So this is easy. Political telephone interviewer is what you are. Especially if you need a job right now. Look at number 5. Nikki just got hired. Tonka says, I'm afraid about joining some company and doing work and then not getting paid. That's why you have to research, Queen. We don't post those types on our channel, but if you are looking on other channels, and it's a whole bunch of channels starting to pop up again with remote jobs and side gigs and side hustles, research. Research before you apply to any company. You have to do your own research. That's a must for everybody. I look at jobs all day, but a lot of them jobs, I can't post them here because you know why? They're not real. So I got to go research before we come on this channel, and you got to go research, Queen, before you give them your information. I don't give anybody my information when it comes to a work from home job. I am going to go and research. If I have to call the company, look at the company, ask Tan to look at it, see what she think about it. You have to do your own homework, Queen. Angela says, congratulations on all the wins. She says, you got this. Hey, Cupcake. She says, Carol, long time no see. Welcome back, Queen. Simply Tweety. She says, does Market Force do telephone shops? They may, Queen. I really don't know. Miss Cupcake. She says, hello to the mods and to the chat. You ready? She says, thank you. You welcome, Queen. Keno, hey. Savannah says the political cause, easy money, everybody. Lori says, congrats, Nikki. Nadia, search our channel, Queen. We post a lot of non-phone. I posted one today, yesterday, day before. So just search our channel for the non-phone. Savannah said, most people aren't going to answer the phones and you still get paid. Yep. They're going to hang up as soon as you start talking. I don't want to do this. Take me off the list. You're going to get a lot of that. But who cares? We here for the money. And shit, we don't care if you want to do this survey or not, right? We just want to get paid. Kizzy said, yes, the interview with VeerFast had about 30 to 40 people on the call, and we just had to read the script. She says, that's it. Then they sent the paperwork for me to sign. Again, don't leave the easy money on the table. If you are looking for a work from home job and you need one right now, a lot of these political survey companies are hiring like crazy, and you don't even have to do that much to get in with these companies. You don't have to worry about those assessments, interviews, and you can work these in your own time. A lot of these are flexible. So if you have children, if you have appointments to go to, you can work around those appointments and those other schedules. So by far, everybody, the easiest remote job that I have ever had, and I've had quite a few since 2006. I've had quite a few. But political surveys, I would say by far the easiest. Some of the other ones, they've been okay, customer service wise. But the political one, easy money. Again, it'll just be like a lot of hang-ups. You're going to call, you're going to start talking. A lot of them going to hang up the phone, or they're going to say, I'm not interested, or put me on the do not call list. Some people may take the surveys. Some people, but not a lot. So just keep that in mind. It is easy to get started with these companies. Jay Cook, I have no idea. Nikki, do you have any idea of what the pay is for GMRS? Nikki says, thank you, Lori. Autism Mama says, hey, Miss Cupcake. Lori says, thanks, Kizzy. Queen Angela says, I have been accepted for a research study that will pay $100 after completion with the Aura Ring, $300 value. All right, girl. Congrats to you, Queen. Congratulations. Nikki says, congrats, Kizzy. Kizzy says, you're welcome. Go get all of the political calling jobs. Who said you only had to get one? Right. Stack them. You can stack these. Kizzy is so right, everybody. Oh, they didn't hire in your state. Oh, okay. So they are state specific. So let me see. What states do they hire in? Kizzy, do you know the pay? Kizzy or Nikki, do you guys know the pay for GMRS? Kizzy saying get them all. She said go get KWCSS. Get them all if you can. There are quite a few. We had another queen to be hired with ProMark Research. They are state specific also. Thank you, Nikki. Nikki says the pay is 14 to 16, everybody, for GMRS. That's pretty good for political. 14 to 16. So again, if you are looking for a remote job, research the company before you apply and then go and apply. If you think that it's something that you are interested in, get it in your basket. No, that's not bad at all, is it, Savannah? They about to make me go and apply for that much for surveys. That's good. Thank you, Nikki, for the pay, Queen. We appreciate that. Amor says, I'm going to have to make another LinkedIn because my current one has all of my education on it. So are you looking at LinkedIn, Queen, to get jobs? Is that what you're saying? Alex says, bet. Thank you, Nikki. Alex, you finna go over there, King, and look. Kizzy says, I mystery shop too, and sometimes I don't want to leave the house unless the money is good. Hey, I understand. Jay Cook says, thanks. Kizzy says, man, that's good to make 14 to 16. Right. Nikki said, not bad to just get hung up on. Right. We'll take that 14 to 16 all day. Alex says, yes, ma'am. Laugh out loud. Alex, are you still working for Donato? Yeah, we all will take the 14 to 16. Anybody else with any good news that they want to share with the family? If you made $1 over the weekend, 50 cents, a quarter, if you played some games and got a couple of coins, we want to know. Be sure to put it here in the chat. Oh, okay. Okay, Amor. MBG says, shoot, let me go. Let you go and apply. I know that's right. Kids said, my area, they have one that keeps going up, and it's $2.25 right now. I can let it cook and get a little higher and do my calls. Okay. Toya, you got 61, Queen. All right, go ahead. She says she's up to 61 on Try Rewards. That's the one Meat gave out last Wednesday. Elias said, wait, where the link to the fourth? I posted it, Queen, but I can repost it. Hang on. Hang on 1 second. So it is number 5, GMRS. GMRS, everybody, number 5, 14 to 16 to get hung up on. Y'all should be running and getting this egg in your basket. Political survey phone calls. Alex says, I did 2 weeks and never got on to another shift. Laugh out loud. So I guess it's slow, but hey, you have to have your eggs right. I hate to hear that, Alex. Well, hopefully you find something better, King. Kids say after my calls, I'll go get that apartment shop for $225. All right now. Go ahead, Kizzy. And if you are interested in doing apartment mystery shops, look at Ellis. Ellis is a great one to get in the basket as well with your other eggs. And the good thing about a lot of these side gigs and side hustles, while you are waiting to hear back from some of these remote jobs, you can do these in the meantime. Elias says, just kidding. I see. Yeah, okay, Queen. Donna says, do these jobs pay via PayPal or how does this work, please? And thanks. If it's a remote job, Queen, no, they will not pay you to PayPal. They are going to pay you via direct deposit. But if it's a side hustle, a lot of the side hustles pay through PayPal. I have not worked for a regular remote company that paid me through PayPal. No. Now, they may have some out there, but I just have never worked for any. Side hustles, yes, I have and have been paid through PayPal. Lori says, I have been doing prolific and getting $5 nearly twice a week. Made 30 to 35 this past month or so. So let me ask you, Lori, have you filled out that profile? It's about 200 plus questions. Have you filled out the profile completely? But congrats on the 5 and the 30 and the 35, Queen. Congrats. But if you have not done so, Lori, a lot of our queens here have told us that upon them filling out that long, and it's long, that long profile, they started to open up more surveys. So if you are doing prolific and you only filled about maybe 10, 15, 20, 30 questions on your profile, go back and fill out all 200 plus questions so that you can make more money. You ready? Says, been on branded surveys, May 24 for downloading call sheet app. Okay, that's good. Congrats, Queen. Aliyah, she says, Kizzy, absolutely. Kizzy says, oh, Shucky, I'm going to get GMRS because I don't see any states listed. She says, I like this morning and applications were closed and now it's open. Okay. Lori says, I think I did most of it. I signed up for branded surveys this week too. Okay, Lori. So, yep. It's long, but it is worth it. One of our queens, and this has been recently, I would say maybe last month or June, she had not filled out that profile in its entirety. But when she did, she came back to the live to let us know that they opened up so many surveys for her, because she was making around, like what you said, $5, $6, $7, $8 here and there. But once she filled out that survey, she said, oh my goodness, so many surveys they were emailing her to take. So, yep. Complete it and let us know what happened. She says, heck yeah, I'm ready to make more. Thanks for being here. You're welcome, Queen. Kizzy says, sorry, I was trying to say I looked this morning. Oh, you look and they were not? Oh, wow. Ain't that something? Then you come on here and they are. God is good. Lori said, on prolific, I haven't done the video or microphone ones, but I've heard that pays money. Yep. King Earl, he's a living testimony. He gets a lot of those and makes good money off of prolific. So again, everybody, even if you hate surveys, this is not your typical survey site. This one is a great one. By far one of the best, I would say, survey sites out on the market. And if you have prolific, look at Cloud Research. They are just like prolific. So 15 and 16 get both of these in the basket. 15 and 16. Prolific and cloud research. And school is back in for some of the colleges. So y'all already know once everybody gets back in school, they will be sending those surveys like crazy. So be ready, folks. Kids, are you running? She says, I'm running right on over to GMRS. All right, Queen, I don't blame you. Nikki said, run quick. She says, kids, they fill up quick. So y'all heard the Queen. Queen Nikki is letting you guys know to go ahead and apply tonight. If you are interested in GMRS 14 to 16 an hour, you will be doing the political surveys. Again, by far, some of the easiest remote job I have ever had. A lot of people, again, will just be calling. I mean, you'll be calling a lot of people. They're not going to want to do the survey. They're not going to want to be bothered with you calling them. Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Next. Okay, ma'am. Sure. Thanks. Have a good day. Next. You'll get a lot of that. But hey, for $14 to $16 an hour, not bad. The Queen said, run, everybody, because they may close it down. Number 5 on the list. Now, there are some other ones on there. You just don't have to stop at number 5, but number 5 for now, and then maybe go back and get the others. Stephanie says, I see on the application, GMRS asked, can you work specific shifts? I'm guessing it's not a work when you want job. Let's see if Nikki can answer Stephanie. I don't know. Nikki, let us know if you're able to set your own schedule. Or are they just trying to say that they're looking for people in between those hours? What do they have on here? Let me look. It's probably like an in between is what I'm thinking. 3:30 to 11, 4:30 to 11. Who you calling at 11? Who are you calling? The calling time, I think it stops at what, 9 o'clock? 4:30 to 11 and 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. So I'm pretty sure it's probably in between, Queen. You probably have to choose the hours in between what they have listed. But if Nikki, if she's still in here, can you answer that question, Queen, if you know the answer? Anybody else got any good news? I know somebody got some good news. Somebody made some money over the weekend. It is the beginning of August, everyone. So what are your plans for August? Do you plan to get more side hustle eggs in the basket? Do you plan to maybe get a couple of part-time jobs? Do you plan to get a full-time job? Let me know in the chat. What are your plans for this month? The month just began, 5 days ago. New month, new money is what I say. Nikki said you just have to work evening hours. You said what days? Okay. That's what I figured. I figured it was probably they wanted you to work between. Laura says just submitted GMRS and got an email from them. They got it. Okay, girl. Stephanie, she says, thank you, Nikki. Dee says, good evening, everyone. I liked and shared regarding prolific. Yes, it's definitely a good one. I've been on for a few months. My daughter is also on prolific. I actually cashed out today. All right, Dee. Congrats, Queen. Amore says, I plan to find a job. She says, finish paying for this course so I can finish school. That's a good plan, Queen. Elias says, yes, Kara, for August, I am starting to look at the seasonal roles to work around my main job. That's a good idea. We are in work from home season. A lot of these companies will start hiring like crazy, especially since it's going to be peak time pretty soon. Holidays will be coming up. A lot of the customer service companies like Live Ops, Alorica, VeraFast, Working Solutions, because it'll be tax time and it'll be open enrollment for like the Medicare, the healthcare, the Medicaid. So you guys will start to see a lot of those companies popping up like popcorn. But yep, it is time. Work from home, what we call work from home season. Anybody else got any good news that they want to share with the family? Y'all be sure to drop it in the chat. And again, if you are new to working from home, I do have a list of beginner-friendly companies. Some of these do not require an interview. Some do and some do not. Some of them are flexible schedules. They offer flexibility. Angela says, I'm going to figure out Try Rewards and make it worth playing. She says, I'm looking into the teaching gigs. Okay, Queen. You want to do Cambly, Angela? Nikki says, Stephanie, you're welcome. Malika, she says, okay, I applied. Thanks, Nikki, for the info. Okay, Queen. Keep us posted if you hear anything. They seem to be hiring fairly quickly, everybody. So again, if you need a work from home job, part-time hours, evening hours, look at GMRS. And the Queen, Nikki, she said, apply quickly because it will fill up and they may take it off of their website. I would hate for you guys to miss out on this opportunity. So just make sure you look at GMRS. Again, they are number 5 on this list, 14 to 16 an hour, evening hours. Angela says, I have been waiting on Cambly for over a year, so I'm moving on. Reapply, Queen, different email. They will start. We got hired November. So I think they'll start hiring like October, November, December, January. First, I would reach out to them, Queen, before you reapply. Reach out to them first. Go to the contact us section and reach out and see if that helps. Now, if that does not help, then reapply and use a different email. But they started hiring when we got hired. It was like the end of the year. Hey, Queen. So, right. She says, hello to Chicks and Family. I liked and shared. Thank you, Queen. Malika said they definitely take it off the website. I literally looked at the same website for GMRS this morning after listening to a previous live from Carol, and it was closed. That was the shortest. It probably was the one that Tan did. She says, shortest application that I have ever filled out in my life. GMRS was short and to the point. Okay. Well, I'm glad, Queen, you were able to get in. Angela says, okay, I will. Thank you. Okay, Queen, try Ingu also. Ingu, I want to say they are just like Cambly. I've never worked for Ingu, but I just from reading information about them, they seem to be just like Cambly. So I would try Ingu also. Are you trying to teach like the kids, Angela, or the adults? And one of our other queens, she got hired at Preply. I've never worked for Preply, but one of our queens here, she was hired with them. Is it my Shireen? She says, does anyone know if KWCSS always has consistent hours available? They do. Yep. Yeah, Leonica told us when she first got hired that they have hours all year round. So yes, they do. You ready? It says FYI prolific. Oh, so you ready? That's how they hire. They do have a waiting list. Them and Cloud Research, they hire from the waiting list. Some queens have been on our live, got on and got off the same night. So just keep checking the email, Queen. Angela says, I prefer the adults, but the kids are cool. Let me see, Angela. This company I used to work for long time ago. Let me see if they got I did the kid side. I know they had the adult side. I never did the adult side. Let me see. And Tan, she got hired with this company. Open English. I don't know if they are hiring or not, but I'll put it here, Queen, if you want to check that one out. And I think this was for adults. I don't think it was for children. I don't think so. Latan, she applied for this one and she got hired. But I'm gonna look at this other one that we used to work for and see if what they got. Now this one, let me see. They have quite a few on here, Queen. So I'll just put it here if you want to kind of scroll through and look to see what they have. But I just put the link in the chat. Oh, you're welcome, Queen. Malika, she says, very fast, might take forever to reach out because I applied in the beginning of July. Just received an email from there yesterday to attend a meeting. All right, because everybody applying. We've been talking about them, so I'm pretty sure they got 1 million applications, Queen. But congrats. Congrats to you. I heard that the meeting was very easy. Someone here got hired with them. You ready? Says, oh, okay, thank you. You're welcome, Queen. But yeah, prolific, everybody. They do have a waiting list. This is how they hire. But you may get on and be able to get right off. You never know. Angela says, thank you, Carol. I'm making some notes. Okay, Queen. Hey, Kathy. She says, hi, thank you for all of your information. She says, very fast. They called me, but they would not take a Mac notebook. Yeah, unfortunately, they don't, Queen. Their software may just not be compatible because VeriFast has been out for years. So, and Mac was not out back then when we started working from home. So a lot of the companies that were out way before the Macs came on the scene, they don't, I guess they just didn't upgrade their software to be compatible with the Mac. I'm not sure, but a lot of them just don't accept the MacBook. Every now and again, we'll come across one that does, but a lot of them do not. So Right says, congrats, Suzette. Anybody else got any good news that they want to share? Y'all be sure to drop it here in the chat. And I got a few more schools, Angela. Let me see, Queen. Try Tutlow. They on the low paying side, but it's a good, I would say, like maybe you could probably use them as like a side hustle. And I think they have both. I think you will be teaching children and adults, I think. Similar to Cambly, similar to Ingu. I'm going to put it here in the chat. So try this company here, Angela. Amazing Talker is another one. You may want to try that one also. And I do have a link for them. Stephanie, Stephanie, you went and applied, Queen. She said they got my application. All right, Stephanie. Stephanie ran over there and applied. Hey, nothing wrong with that extra money, right? Lori says, ha ha ha, I just finished my prolific about me questions and it said, woohoo. Laugh out loud. Well, congrats, Lori. Now you're going to get some more surveys, Queen. Congrats, Suzette. I didn't see your comment, Queen. She says, thank you, So Right. I'm just not seeing you. Kizzy says, hi, So Right. Open Vision says, hey, y'all. Hey, Queen. Y'all better get like Queen Stephanie. Stephanie ran and applied to GMRS. Kizzy says, yay, Stephanie, we are about to get this money. Okay. Okay, Angela, if I think of some more, Queen, I'll put them here. So Rice says, hello, sis, Kizzy. Stephanie says, I have a confession to make. I quit KWCSS. Oh, what happened, Stephanie? If you want to talk about it, Queen. So Rice says, you're welcome, Suzette. Kizzy says, oh, please share what you can, Stephanie. Suzette says, I also sell books on Sell Your Books and Books Run app. Just scan and they will let you know if they accept or not. Oh, okay. That's a good side hustle, Queen. Thank you. Queen of the Bronx says, oh no, Stephanie, sorry. I hope you find something else soon. What was wrong? Stephanie says, heck yeah, Kizzy. Hey, Remy. Remy says, hey, everyone. I am onboarding with Kelly's Education. I'm over 5,000 with Spark, 20 with User Crowd. She says, upside 31, over 30 with some money pending on Prolific. I cashed out on Fetch. All right, girl. I meant 500, y'all. I said 5,000. Congratulations, Remy. Remy be knocking it out the park, though. We spark. Stephanie says, I just didn't like it. Oh, I'm sorry, Stephanie. 500. Thank you, Remy, for the correction. I'm like 5,000. She said, I wish. Hey, we'll take the 500, Remy. That's good. And for those of you that want to know what Spark is, that is the delivery app for Walmart. And Queen Remy, she makes really good money off of that app. I need to come down to your city, Remy. See if I can't make what you make. And then some. Suzette says, congratulations, Remy. Thank you, Remy. She says, I also liked and shared. Anybody else got any good news? Brand new month. If y'all want to drop y'all totals in here on what you made in the month of July, so that the newcomers can see that the information that we post on this channel, people actually do make income from. Y'all be sure to drop it here in the chat. I don't think Tan coming on here tonight, y'all. I meant to say that at the beginning of the stream. I think she was asleep. I tried to call her. She didn't answer. So I said, Tan gotta be asleep. Okay, Suzette. I see now. I see your comment now, Queen. I had to scroll back up. So Suzette says, hi, Queens and family. I have 2245 on branded survey. She says, inbox dollar. She has 1261. The Fetch app about to cash out $5. All right, Suzette. Congratulations, Queen. That's awesome. Anybody else? And if I missed anybody, if you can repost it, please, in the chat. I know somebody else got some good news. Remy says, yes, Carol. So Right says, I completed a weekend route for $460. She says, I have a few routes this week for $6. Y'all see that? I'm about to get up and run through the house, girl. $1,600. OMG. So everybody take a look at Queen So right here on the screen. She completed a weekend route for $460. This was just for the weekend. And she has a few routes this week. Y'all see her total for this week? $1,600. Wow. So she does a lot of the mystery shops. So again, if you are thinking that you cannot make money from doing any really of these side gigs and side hustles, you have to be consistent. That's the first thing. Have to be consistent. With the mystery shops, you can stack those. And what I mean by stack is you can sign up to as many companies as you want to. There is no limit on how many companies you can sign up to. Then you can go to each company and see what they have available. This is what So Right does, and some of the other queens, they do this as well. She may have a shop at a gas station. She has to pass by the gas station anyway, maybe to go to Walmart. So let's just say on her route, she has 3 or 4 gas stations that she has to pass before she gets to Walmart. So there's 3 mystery shops right there. It could be some type of, let's just say, a bakery shop in between she may have to stop at. That's another shop along the route. So y'all see how this is going. She could get a McDonald's shop, a Five Guys shop on this same route with a different mystery shop company on her way to Walmart. She has to pass by all of these things and all of these places on her way to Walmart. So on her way to Walmart, that alone could be $200 to $300 to $400. So that's something to think about, everybody. You don't have to limit yourself at just one mystery shop company. If you want to go and sign up for 15 companies, that is your business. You can do that. Remy said, these folks be tripping. I made $25 on 2 orders for doing that. Okay, girl. She says, thanks, Suzette. Congrats, Remy, on the 25. On the 25 for the 2 orders. She says, this channel is legit. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate that. We try. Kizzy says, okay, so right. She said, I knew you were out here getting it, and congrats to you, Remy. She says, thanks, Kizzy. Lori says, good job on that, Suzette. Queen Angela, for the month of July, she has 1960, everybody. Side gigs and side hustles. Our queens, they didn't come to play. So that's why I say, if you leave the money on the table, we got so many other people here that will most definitely pick it up. Anybody else got any good news that they want to share with the family? Y'all be sure to drop it here in the chat. Kizzy says, Stephanie, do tell. I would love to know a little bit if you can share. So Right says, thank you, Kizzy. Hey, Margaret. She says, oh, I just got hired with Solace as a remote LVN advocate. All right, girl. Congratulations. Thanks for sharing. Stephanie says, I just didn't like it. Really don't want to go into details. Remy says, congrats, So Right. Kizzy says, Stephanie, I completely get it. So Right says, thank you, sis, Remy. Okay. Suzette says, I sell my junk mails to SBKC Small Business Knowledge Center. I get 4 envelopes per month. I get points when it reaches 2,000 points. I get $20. They will send you tasks to do and pay. Wow, I ain't never heard of that, Queen, but thank you for sharing. You said, yeah, look, I'm writing it down. SBKC. Okay. And they accept the junk mail. You can sell your junk mail, everybody. Never heard of it, but hey, it's a good side hustle. Sounds good to me. Thank you, Queen Suzette. Kizzy said, it's all good, Stephanie. There are too many other political calling companies and other side gigs out here. She says, thank you, Kizzy. Remy says, you're welcome, Queen. Nikki says, I also did my audio for Pillar 8 and got approved. You and Tan got me booked and busy. All right, girl. Congrats. She said, we got her booked and busy. Laugh out loud. Let me find Pillar 8. So Pillar 8 is the one where you are just reading scripts. Easy, non-phone side hustle. Easy one, everybody. So let me find the list for that one, a link. And you guys be sure to get that egg in the basket. We have a lot of awesome kings and queens on this live stream tonight. They are dropping their payment proof in this chat to let you guys know that what we talk about on this channel, it is legit, true information, tried and true information. Tried from them, and then they come back and give their testimonies. And we have seen a lot of actual payment proof from a lot of them. Remy has sent hers. I think So Right has sent us about 2 or 3 emails. Kizzy, we've gotten emails from her. So we have actually seen exactly what some of these kings and queens have made off of a lot of these side gigs and side hustles. So y'all be sure to ask the questions if it's something that you are a little bit on the fence about. Maybe you just don't know how to make the money. Ask the questions. That is the reason why we do the live streams, so that you guys can come on here, interact with the other kings and queens that are on here, and you can get your questions answered. A lot of the side gigs and the side hustles, Tan and myself, we don't do, but a lot of our kings and queens, they do the side gigs and side hustles that you guys will hear us talk about. The mystery shop sites, all different types of mystery shops are out there. You can mystery shop anything, and this is what Tan will say, anything from a church to a strip club, and everything in between can be mystery shopped. So don't sleep on this good mystery shop money. This is some good money. Go and sign up to a couple of them and just kind of take a look to see what some of the companies have in your area. Now, everybody will not have the exact same thing, because again, we all don't live in the same area. Now, if you're in like some of those bigger states like Texas, or if you're in Florida, Georgia, you may get tons of mystery shops to do, depending on the companies that you sign up for. So I would say sign up to a lot of them. You don't have to do them all, but just sign up. Maybe take a look to see exactly what they have available, is what I would say. And let me find Pillar 8. Let me look. Again, Pillar 8 is an easy side hustle egg. It is non-phone, and it is work anytime. If they have work available, let me say that, because they may, I know at one point they were trying to put like stipulations. I don't know if they still are doing that or not. But if somebody here knows, are they still trying to stop people from doing so many of the recordings per day? Or are they okay with, whatever you do? So they are the first company on here, everybody. Pillar 8, non-phone side hustle. Just reading scripts. You are not talking to nobody. You don't have to do an interview, and you do not need a resume. Suzette said, you are welcome, Queen Carol. Thank you. One gifted girl says, what company is it? Not sure, Queen. I done talked about so many. You're going to have to tell me. Remy said, you're so welcome, Carol, and thanks. Thank you. Queen, so right, she says, congrats, Queen Angela. Kizzy says, Stephanie, you can always mystery shop. Suzette says, Nikki, congrats on your application approval. So right says, that's awesome, Margaret. Remy says, congrats to everyone. Stephanie says, Kizzy, I have signed up with some of the mystery shops. I just haven't worked any of them. It's funny, Stephanie. Kizzy says, congrats to everyone. Thank you, Suzette. Margaret, she says, thank you, so right. Kizzy says, what are you waiting for, Stephanie? Don't let me ride over to your city and take your money. She says, I know, Kizzy, laugh out loud. Suzette, she's sending the clapping hands. Exploited Peaches says, so right, congrats. Hello, everyone. I just got on. She says, so right, what side gigs do you do? Welcome, Queen. Nikki says, thanks, Suzette. So right says, Kizzy, ride over to nearby cities and states when there is a high revenue route. Kizzy says, so right, I do that too. Let the next state have a good 300 to 400 sitting and nobody wants it. I'll take a trip. So right says, hello, I complete mystery shops and reveal shops at apartments, gas stations, grocery stores. I'll put it up here so she can see. Restaurants, retail, and the banks. Thank you, So Right, for sharing. So Exploited Peaches, she says, thank you. So she does a lot of mystery shop sites, Queen. I do have a link with several companies on it. If you want to take a look to see, maybe check some out, see if they have any shops in your area. Very easy to get started, everybody, with mystery shopping. You literally just sign up to these, and then sometimes they may say confirm your email, and of course you have to go back, check your email, confirm, and then you just log into the portal and see what they have available. So you don't have to jump through hoops like some of the work at home jobs. You may have to do 2-3 interviews before you even get the job. You may do 2 or 3 interviews, may get rejected. So with the side gigs and the side hustles, the gaming apps, the mystery shop sites, the survey sites, you don't have to jump through 15,000 hoops just to make money. Again, the mystery shop sites, by far some of the easiest side hustles out there on the market. A lot of our queens, they do these, in their spare time, in the meantime, in between time. Some of them do not have remote jobs, because if you can pull in 3K, 4K, 5K plus a month off of side gigs and side hustles, what I'm looking for a job for? I'm not looking. I'm not. And think about it this way, and this is what I always tell people. If you're going to go and get a part-time job, let's say if you get a part-time job and you have to work 15 hours a week at, let's just say $10 an hour, that's only $150 a week, and you have to get that minimum because that is the contract that you agreed to. You agreed to work for this company, and you agreed to those 10 hours a week or 15 hours a week, that minimum. You agreed to this. So $150. So Right can walk into one of these shops probably tomorrow and come out with $150. And it didn't take her 10 hours to do that. It didn't take her 5 hours to do that. It may have taken her an hour, if that, to do that, to get the $150. So sometimes we kind of have to pivot and do stuff that we normally would not do. The world is changing, believe it or not. If you just ain't been paying attention to what's going on, groceries are super high, super duper high. So now is the time, everybody, to be getting some of these good side hustle eggs in the basket. And again, like I said, with the remote jobs, you may have to do an assessment to get in. You may have to do an interview to get in. Then you get to the training, right? You training. The training could be a week, could be 2 weeks, could be 3 weeks. It could be 6 weeks. And then at the end, guess what? You got to do another assessment. It happens. And what if you don't pass that assessment? Now you done did all of that for nothing. So it's something to think about when it comes to the jobs. And some people have to have 2 interviews for these positions. Some people have to do a phone interview with maybe the recruiter, and then they have to turn around and do another interview with like the supervisor or the manager, or it could be a team of people that you have to do interviews with. So that's something to think about. I don't condone like looking for a work from home job or anything like that. Keep looking for the job. But what I'm saying is, if you got to pay Mr. Bill, then it may be time to start looking in another direction. If you are not familiar with side gigs and side hustles, come on the live streams, listen to the testimonies, get familiar with these companies that we are talking about. Ask the questions. We do lives twice a week. Well, we try to do them twice a week. Sometimes we may step in and do 3 or 4 lives in a week. However, a lot of our kings and queens, they're always here. They show up. They show up and they show out. So if you run into a brick wall and you just like, oh, well, I signed up and I really don't know what to do. What am I supposed to be doing? I still don't understand how to make money from this website or how to make money from this app. Come back to the lives. A lot of times when people first start out, you are going to run into a stumbling block. I'm not saying you're not. I mean, sometimes it can be a little complicated. It's all new to me. I don't know nothing about this. I don't know nothing about this side hustle. Yeah, I know Kara was talking about it, and I know such and such said something about it, but I'm still a little confused. And that's okay. We understand that. That's why we do the live stream, so that you guys can get your questions answered. If I can't answer the question, especially when it comes to the mystery shops outside of the house, I'm pretty sure So Right can answer the question. Kizzy can answer the question. Cynthia, she's another one of our queens that does a lot of mystery shops. She can answer the question. Queen Dawn, she can answer. So we have so many kings and queens here that can most definitely answer you guys' questions. Earl, he does mystery shops. He could answer the question. So don't think that you're alone when it comes to the side gigs and the side hustles. So this is Market Force. They have a lot of the fast food shops. King Earl, he just stated that he has a shop to do this week. I think tomorrow with 5 guys. And this is the company here. It is Market Force. They have a lot of like McDonald's. Some of y'all are doing mystery shops anyway. You just didn't know that you could get paid to go to McDonald's and order a Happy Meal. Burger King, Taco Bell, Wendy's, Arby's, Zaxby's. This company here will pay you for those fast food shops. There are tons of companies out there that pay good money for different types of shops. Hotel shops. You can shop hotels. Market Force, they also have the mattress shops where you can literally go into a store and lay on a mattress and get paid for your opinion about that particular mattress. They have watch shops. One of our queens, Queen Onwe, she was going to different restaurants, going and getting manicures and pedicures and eyelashes and all that type of stuff, but was getting paid to go into these nail shops, to go to these restaurants and sit down and eat a 5-course meal. She was getting paid to do this with this company, and I'm going to drop it here in the chat. Presto Shopper. Y'all get this one in the basket as well. This is another good one that a lot of people here have made money from. So y'all take a look at that one as well. So Right says, I primarily shop for, she says, Grace Hill, Ellis, I shop, IntelliShop, Confero, InTouch, Insight, Field Agent, Market Force, CX Group, Sinclair, APC, etc. Y'all be sure to take a screenshot of these companies that Queen So Right is working for. These are her side hustle sites, her go-tos for mystery shop. So take a screenshot. You can look it up later, but you can just take the screenshot now. So Right says, Kizzy, yes, sis, I love that. Hey, Knit and Crochet, she says, hi, everyone. Hey, Masharain, she says, you're right. If folks give it a try, you'll find what you enjoy. And then before you know it, you look up and you're swimming in currency. I like that. Yes, ma'am. So just give it a try, everybody. You never know. What I like, Tan don't like. I'm going to say that. She not here, but she likes to do the mystery shop outside of the house. That's what she used to do back in the day when we were hustling back then. When I was doing the telephone mystery shops. She does not like to talk on the phone when it comes to a mystery shop. She does not like the phone shops. She likes the outside. I don't really care for the ones outside of the home, but she loves to do those. So what I like, So Right she might not like. What So Right likes, Angela may not like. What Autism Mummy likes, Kizzy may not like. So everybody won't like the exact same thing. But we just kind of come on here to kind of bounce ideas off of each other and to share what we made over the weekend, what tip, what trick that we did to make this type of income. So Right says, hello, sis, Knit and Crochet. Anybody else have any questions? Any good news that they want to share? Y'all be sure to share the video. We do have some more laptops to give away. And I think Tan is going to give away another headset soon. I thought she was going to do it tonight, but she's not on here. So Rice says, I suggest searching the job boards by the highest pay. That way you can see which shops pay the best, and you might want to give those a try. That's a good tip. Thank you, Queen. So right. So y'all heard what the Queen said. And I did drop a list of some more mystery shop sites in the chat if you did not catch these earlier. So Queen So Right, she left a great tip, everybody. She says, go and search those job boards by the highest pay. This way you can see what those shops are paying and you know how much you're able to earn. And it could be something so simple. So simple, so easy. And the apartment, So Right does Grace Hill. I think Kizzy does Grace Hill also. But Ellis is also a great one for the apartment shops. We all have had to go and leave the bird's nest, as they say, mama's house, and go shop around for our first apartment, right? Okay, so if you have done this before, you probably just did not know that you can earn an income from going and looking at different apartment complexes and asking questions. Be sure to take a look at Ellis. Ellis, I think, is the best when it comes to the on-site shops. They are one of the best. The bonuses, OMG with the bonuses for that one. The bonuses could be $100. We had somebody here last week. The shop was $35. The bonus was $100. $135 is what she made just to go and look at an apartment. Ask questions. $135, everybody. End of the month, they try to get those shops off the book. They'll start offering more money. So keep that in mind when it comes to Ellis. I'm not sure really about the other companies. Could be the same way, but keep in mind at the end of the month, Ellis is going to up the pay because they have to get those shops done and off the books. So if you looking, if you log in, let's say you log in around maybe like the 18th or the 19th, you see something, but their pay just, you look, I don't know, wait till the end of the month. They'll increase it just to get it off the book. Hey, Miss Shanice, she says, hey, Carolyn, two side chicks family. She said, long time no see. Welcome back, Queen. How are you? Hey, Queen Lisa. She says, thank you so right. But y'all be sure to get, and I'm going to put it back up here, get the companies that So Right is, these are the ones that she works to make good money. So Right is going to make $1,600 this week off of mystery shops. It can be done, everybody. Don't doubt it. Try it first and see what you can make. Not saying you're gonna make what the Queen make. She's been doing it for quite some time. But once you get into the system, if you're consistent, reliable, they will start to call you. They will start to say, hey, you know, I see that you've been working these shops. Hey, I got some more shops over here. They'll call you first. They won't call, they may not call So Right. They may call you. You never know. You never know. But if So Right is consistent and you not, then guess who they calling? They not calling you. They gonna call the ones that are consistent. Miss Shanice says, I'm good. Hope everyone has been doing well. So Right says, Lisa, you're welcome, sis. Kizzy said, yes, Kurt, it's the same with other companies for mystery shopping bonuses. They may not pay like Ellis, she said, but you can always negotiate the fees. So I'm going to put this up here. This is what Queen Kizzy is saying. She's saying that the other companies, they are the same. They will pay money at the end of the month if they are trying to get rid of those shops, get them off the books. They have to. and you can negotiate the pay. So let's say if you live, let's say it's a shop in your area, but it may be, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 miles from you, or maybe 15, 20. And they're only paying, let's just say they're paying like $50. You can be like, yeah, I can go, but I need more than 50. They got to get it off the book anyway, right? So you may be able to negotiate their pay up to 75, maybe 100. And they may meet you somewhere in the middle. So let's say if you're asking for 100 and they're willing to give you 85. Hey, you wanted 100, just $15 less than. It's better than 50. So y'all be sure to take a look at the mystery shop sites and get the eggs in your basket. Do a little research. Again, if you run into a stumbling block, a brick wall, you just really don't know what to do, the schedulers are your best friends. If you stumble upon something, not quite sure, really don't know how to maybe fill out the form or something like that, or you got a question about exactly what they want you to do, the schedulers, not me, the scheduler is your best friend, because they are the ones that have to get those shops off the book. So they most definitely are going to help you, because they make money too. They ain't just sitting there just to be sitting there. They are making some type of money off of their shop as well. So they are most definitely going to help you to complete that shop, because even if they making $10 off the shop, they want their $10. They're not just gonna leave you hanging and just say, no, you just do whatever you feel best. Nope, they're gonna walk you through it step by step. Missionary says, have y'all came across any medical mystery shops? It's a company, Queen. Let me see, can I find it? It's a company that does the medical that I've seen. I've never worked for them, but they do have healthcare mystery shopping. And I have the link here. It is Perception Strategies. Healthcare mystery shopping site. And I think with this one, you may have to call like the doctor's office, or you may have to step in a doctor's office, ask some questions, maybe see like if they can, give you the correct answers. Kiza says, come on, everybody, like the video and share it. How is there 99 people are watching and there are only 76 likes? Make sure y'all hit the like button. I told y'all we got some more laptops to give away. I got a whole stack of them. I got a box full. Elza says, agreed, Kara. Market Force called me yesterday. See? Market Force, they called Queen Angela. She's probably doing a lot of shops for them. She's probably consistent. And they call the ones that are consistent. So you guys make sure that you are consistent when it comes to the mystery shops, especially if you're trying to get, in their good graces and you're trying to get more shops. If you show them, they will most definitely call you, or they'll email, or if they got your phone number, hey, they may even text you. It just depends on the company. Open Vision says, I wanted to know if anyone bills things for companies or stuff envelopes as a side hustle. I saw this online a few times. Want to know. Scam? No. That's the old scam, Queen, like from years ago. So if somebody's doing it now in 2026, run. Capital RUN, run. I have never, ever, ever, ever seen a legit envelope stuffing company from home. No, ma'am. Now, Tan, she used to work for a company like that, but it was many, 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 many years ago, before all of this technology came out. So, What kind of envelope they need you to stuff? They don't, no. So So if you see envelope stuffing, if you see the repackaging, oh, we're going to send you this package. We need for you to repackage and mail it off somewhere. What they need you to do that for? I mean, some stuff you just going to have to ask yourself. What do they need me to repackage? Why they just can't send it to the person that it's supposed to be going to? Don't you accept them packages? Them packages are stolen. And you don't want the police showing up at your house because they routed the package to you. So what that scam is, the credit cards are stolen. The people live somewhere overseas. They're calling different places. They're ordering things with a stolen credit card. They have befriended you, or they've created a fake website saying, hey, we got this remote job where you can repackage these packages and we're going to pay you $1,500 flat fee a month. You put in your information, they got your address because you put your personal information on the website, the fake website. So now you're hired. We had a lady come on this stream and tell us about a company like that. So now you're hired, and they're going to be calling places, giving this fake credit card information and putting your address in, your name, your address. The package is going to come to your house, and then they're going to tell you to repackage it up and send it to wherever, probably overseas more than likely. Or it could be to another person that's working with them to get it overseas. So the repackaging, everybody, why do they need you to repackage anything for them? They don't need you to do that, because that's just like if I order something from Amazon and I send it to Angela. Why would I have to send it to Angela? And if I'm sending it, let's just say I'm supposed to be sending it to my aunt that lives in Johannesburg over in Africa. Why I gotta send it to Angela? Why can't I just order it and send it directly over to my aunt that lives in Johannesburg in Africa? I wouldn't have to send it to Angela first and then tell Angela, hey girl, I need you to repackage it. And then I need for Angela to send it over to Johannesburg to my aunt. Why would I need to do that? Just think about that for a second. Why would they need for you guys to repackage the items? Why would they need you to do that? Because it's a scam. That's why. So don't fall for that. It is a scam. And when the police show up at your house, because again, these people are overseas, so they're not going to get in trouble. If they send them the packages from Amazon or from wherever they ordered these packages from, and the credit card is stolen, they gave your name, your address. Who y'all think the police coming to get? Them or you? Who address they got? Do they have their address or do they have your address? So that's going to make it seem like you stole whoever credit card that they used, and then you ordered these packages and had them shipped there. Because how would they know who ordered these packages on the front end? You don't know if the people went online and ordered. You don't know if they made a phone call and ordered. But let's just say if they went online, how are they going to be able to tell that it was another person involved if your name is showing up on the packaging slip? So there's something to think about, everybody. You don't want to get involved in that. Same thing with the stuff in the envelopes. Scam. Run fast. Kizzy says, yes, there are medical mystery shops. There are church mystery shops and strip club mystery shops. She says it's endless. So Rice says, I love Grace Hill and Ellis. I have had some great bonuses with both. Last month was about $1,500 plus just for apartments. Some mystery shops and some revealed all this. All right, so right. Y'all see what Queen So Right said she got last month. This is just off of apartments, everybody. $1,500 just off of apartment mystery shops. This is not including the other mystery shops that she did. Kizzy says, anything you can do, such as an oil change, contact an attorney, hotels, restaurants, etc. There are mystery shops for it. Yep. You can mystery shop anything, everybody. Miss Shanice says, that's what I've been looking for. She says, okay, thank you. Laya says a laptop giveaway. Yay, exciting. We gave away one to Laya a week before last. Queen Angela won. She was the laptop winner. So, yep, we have more to give away. So, y'all be sure to like and share and drop a comment here in the comment section. Kids, it says, so right, agreed. I watch their websites like it's my job, but it kind of is since I'm looking for their money. Yep, it kind of is, Queen. Savannah says, haven't seen the stuff in envelopes in years. They probably done brought it back. They recycle, Savannah. I'm starting to see that because I thought everybody knew about the repackaging scam until one of our queens came on this live and said she found some company and she put the company's name here in the chat. Tan went and looked it up and it was one of those repackaging companies. I'm like, they back? But, I guess they feel like, well, we hadn't ran this scam in a while and people don't forget about it. So, yeah, they're back. So be careful. Starlight says, how do you feel about the company Observer? Several people here, Queen, made money off of that one. I have not done Observer. If anybody here wants to drop their opinion, thought about the company Observer in the comments, feel free to do so. So I don't really know about that one, Queen, only just what from some of the other queens have said. Hey, the travel bug vacation. She says better. She said, y'all better sign up for Prolific. Prolific finna come back, everybody. School is back in session. So y'all know what that means. Money, money, money. 15 wait list. Get on it. It is a survey site, but it is not your typical survey site. We have seen surveys with this company that were high-paying surveys. You may start out getting some 25-cent, $1, $2, but if you stay with it, they will start to increase those surveys. Some people were getting $10 surveys, $20. Somebody sent me a screenshot of a survey they got. It was paying $50, and it was not a long, drawn-out survey either. Savannah says, don't be taking those shady packages. Amen, Queen. So if you come across, and it's coming up on that time because the holidays are coming. So if you come across a site and they saying, hey, we're going to give you $2,500, $1,500 just to repackage some items, you better tell them folks where they can go and how fast to get there. Because I'm telling you, you do not need that on your record. You don't need the FBI, the police, or whomever showing up at your house because somebody stole somebody's credit card and decided that they want to go and create a fake company for you guys to, sign up and they have your information. So Rice says, I've used Observer many times. She says, I like it, Starlight. Kizzy says, Observer, she says, they pay fast, but sometimes the pay is low. You have to stack them up in a route. She says, it is fun, though. Earl says he's back on Prolific. Earl gonna make that money. The travel bug vacation says, yep, it happened to my mom years ago. I was pissed. I told her to call USPS right away. So y'all see? Packaging scam. They gonna be, I'm pretty sure, because I know the holiday is coming up. So I'm pretty sure those companies are going to start popping up everywhere like popcorn. If you see it, it is not real. So Right says, hello, King Earl. He says, hey, so Right. Hey, Queen Dania. She says, hey, I'm late, but here live, like and share from Texas. She says, like and share when you come in the room, everyone. Thank you, Queen. Open Vision says, thanks, y'all. I don't want to go to jail. Right, Open Visions. But it can happen. It can happen to anybody. I've seen people, and this was recently, come to think of it. I saw this on the news in this particular city. Somebody shared the link with me, and they were like, look. And so I'm looking, and this scam was like So many people have signed up for the scam. I don't even know where they got the link from. I don't know if somebody just shared it on one of these social media platforms and it just went around, but it was the repackaging scam. I was like, oh, here we go. But it's about that time because it's work from home, what we call work from home hiring season. The holidays are coming up and they know people are right now are going to be trying to find remote jobs so they can make some money. Hey Rain, she says, hey Tan, which one did you say does the mystery shop where you get the nails done? Presto Shopper. And I just reposted it in the chat, Queen. And there could be some others, Rain. I'm not sure, but I do know about that one. Elias says, awesome. Congratulations, Angela, on the laptop. Rain says, also product tube. They have added so many new ways you can cash out, including PayPal. Okay. And YouTube. So product tube, everybody, this is another good side hustle egg where you make the videos. You go into the store, they'll tell you what product. Short videos don't have to be in the video. You can use your phone to do this one. Short videos. King Earl, he does a lot of these also. So King Earl can do it. Y'all can do it for sure. Thank you, Queen Rain. Another good easy egg, everybody, to get in the basket. Link is in the chat for product too. So Rice says, I have also seen mystery shops for the movies, the sports bars, the special events, amusement parks, and the skating rink. She says amusement advantage. Yep. You right, so right. I've seen the movies with Market Force, I think. Dania says Pillar 8 just started about 2 weeks ago. I have 375. You get the credits. It turned to cash. I have 100 credits pending. I joined the conversation on accident. It was different and a natural conversation. All right, Queen. Congratulations. Again, Pillar 8, everybody. Easy side hustle egg. Y'all be sure to get Pillar 8 in the basket. I'm going to get the link and I'm going to drop it here in the chat. This is a good one. Non-phone. You are reading the scripts. Now, they may have some other tasks available. I don't know. I think they do. But they are the first company on here. Pillar 8. Non-phone side hustle egg. No interview. Earl says, I have a gig. Okay, Earl. He says, we'll user interviews on Tuesday for the $85. Congratulations, King. So let me find that one. User interviews, everybody. This is another egg, number 17. Get this egg in the basket. They do a lot of focus groups. But the good thing with them, you can look to see exactly what they have. But be careful because some of them will be on site. So you got to get the ones that say remote or from home. Unless you just want to go outside the home. I'm not saying you can't go, but if you want to, hey, you can get those as well. So I put the link in the chat for user interviews. Elias says, I be on the computer and phone stalking cloud research and user crash. She says, easy money. I love the Bronx panel too. She says, do these almost every day. All right, Queen. Congrats, Elia. Dania, she says, they do give you a scenario, but be natural, no script, but scenario, and you add your own twist. That's easy. It's super easy. You're welcome, Queen Angela. She says, thank you. Kizzy says, oh, I forgot to let you know that Pillar 8 has transcription work also. Okay. Thank you, Kizzy. And I did post Pillar 8 in the chat, everybody. Missionary says, I never see any conversations on there. I don't know. My thick stallion, what do I need to spell, Queen? Check the chat, Queen. All of the links are there. Elias says, for those that have Fetch, don't miss out on the opportunity to earn more points for signing up for different memberships for different companies and downloading apps, often high paying. Yeah, I heard that. Queen Angela, she says, all right now, Earl. Miss Shanice says on pillar 8. I don't know, Miss Shanice. I don't know about the conversations. That I don't know about. Don't know if they give it to certain people or if everybody has the same thing. I'm not sure. Kizzy says Grace Hill has phone shops too for whoever was looking. If you're looking for the mystery shopping phone shops, Queen Kizzy says take a look at Grace Hill, everybody. And I'm going to get to these jobs. I just realized what time it is. It's almost 11 o'clock where I am. So again, if you missed the mystery shop sites, I do have a list of them here. I'm going to put them here in the chat. Y'all be sure to go through this list. Sign up. Don't need a resume. Don't need experience. If you can follow directions, you can do this. Again, if you run into a stumbling block, reach out to your scheduler. They will help you guys along the way. So Tan found this company. They are training AI bots. So this one is similar to like an Outlier, a Handshake, data annotations, and they have a lot of non-phone jobs on their site. I'm going to go and get the link and I'm going to put it here in the chat. Elias says, Kizzy, she says, are the phone shops for Grace Hill on Gig Spot? She says, I think the conversations on Pillar 8 was something that they were testing out. I joined one on accident, hit the exit button so fast when I heard someone speaking. She says, no, thank you. Earl said he on Prolific and listening. Okay, Earl. So y'all take a look at these non-phone jobs. This company is called InnoData. So InnoData, you are training the AI bots, and they do have a lot of different projects available. I see generative AI associate, flexible hours. I'm thinking some of these might be state specific from what I see. But they may have all states on here. I don't know. They have them numbered off one by one. I see a manager, senior, financial planning and analysis. Canada, I see you guys are on here. I see a robotics data collection delivery manager. A senior book buyer, United States. Subject matter experts. AI content specialist, AI data specialist, AI evaluator, AI ML research engineer, AI quality analyst, AI solutions engineer, AI training specialist, and the list just goes on and on. But they do have 103 jobs on here. I don't think all of them are remote. Some of them say hybrid. So that's like working on site and from home. Not sure if anybody here is looking for hybrid. We don't really do the hybrid jobs, but just in case if someone here is looking, they do have some on here. And a lot of these, they say flexible. So working whenever you want to. And I see 15 an hour for some. And then I see more for others. So y'all take a look at this particular company and these jobs. Denise says, thank you. I have a list to go through of non-bond. Okay, Queen. Elias says, kids, the last time you mentioned the training factor, I could not find a link. Kizzy says, I know this because I had about 30 of those phone shops, Alaya. I work them whenever I have time throughout the week and submit them before the due date. She says, the other day, I kid you not, there were over 400 phone shops, and now it's about 40 on GigSpot. You have to wait to be assigned on Grace Hill. The training factor, you can get however many you want. I need to go to that one. Dania says, yes, a script with pillar 8 with another person. You will see an option to join a conversation. Elias says, yes, the schedulers are your friends when you want to make some money. Cha-ching. she said, cha-ching. So I did put the link in the chat if you guys want to check out this company, Data. Kizzy says, I think Carl has the link. I don't think I got that one, Queen. Stephanie says, copy and pasting the links and emailing them to myself. Can't write. She says, I can't write that fast. Starlight, which company, Queen? The one I just talked about, Data? It's in the chat, Queen, if that's the one. Remy says, good night, everyone. She says, I'm counting sheep. Good night, Remy. Elias says, kids are the links I found sent me to GigSpot for some reason. Okay, Starlight, no problem. And if you missed anything, the video will stay up. It's just that they take about seems like for our chat, it takes about 24, sometimes 48 hours before you can see the chat. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with that, but it takes a minute before you guys can see our chat. Elias says, okay, that would be great if y'all have the link or on the word so I can type it out. What was it? Training factor? I don't think we got that one, Queen. Let me see. Nope, we don't have it. But let's see, can I find it? I don't see that one. Is it under Grace Hill? I do see Grace Hill. I do see it, but I see it under Grace Hill. So is it supposed to be under Grace Hill, Queen Kizzy? That's what came up when I typed it in. Let me see. I don't see it by itself. Let me try something else. Is it the trainingfactor.com? Nothing is coming up under that for me. It's saying on here that it was acquired by Grace Hill. So you may have to go through Grace Hill, Queen. Oh, you emailed it. Okay, let me see, Queen. Thank you, Kizzy. I don't have it yet. It ain't came through. I don't have it yet, Kizzy. Like I said, the last time you mentioned a training factor, I was so excited to try it out. Laugh out loud. Leo Loveland says, hi, hi, good night, Remy. I might be right behind you. Kids, did you send it tonight? I don't see it. Let me know, Queen. If not, I have to probably scroll back through these old emails if you sent it in a previous email. Because it is not coming up for me. I see the payment proof you sent me some weeks ago, Queen. But I don't see it. Was a link in here, but it is for MSPA. It's not for Training Factor or Grace Hill. Thank y'all. Denise says, thank you everyone in Kara for all the eggs. You're welcome, Queen. I think I got it. Well, at least I hope I got it. I think this is it right here, Queen. I think. For Grace Hill. I just dropped the link in the basket. Last says, yes, trying to get more other phone shops. I understand, Queen. Oh, it was on the last live. Okay. I'm going to have to go back and look at the live. Because I don't know, Queen, if we got it off of there or not. Denise says, the live on Sunday, kids, I will go back and check it out. Okay. Thank you. Okay. I got it, Queen. Thank you so much. Okay, here is the link to Training Factor. This is another mystery shop site Queen Kizzy is sharing with the family. And I'm gonna get off here, y'all. Thank y'all so much. I put the link in the chat. Thank y'all so much for joining me tonight. I'll tell Tan Y'all said hello, and she missed a good live stream. But thank you, everybody. Y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next one. T said, my eyes are heavy too. The kids started school this week, so I'm getting back. She says, into the swing of things, early mornings, late evenings. I understand, Queen. Thank you, Queen Kizzy. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a good night.